Just a smidge. All right, enough talk. So tonight, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play. It's gonna be German boat night. German's boats are on discount. I'm still working on some 5 epic stuff. I'm gonna start with a game in Omaha while we get our feet under us. I've already got a couple requests for Munchen and Prince Idol Friedrich, so we'll get to those in a minute. But first, we're gonna start with a game in Omaha, where I need 98 main battery hits to finish one of my tasks. So here's hoping. Karinsky, that is the community contributor camo. We get an allotment of 50 of those per month given to us by Wargaming for being community contributors. And G.I. Joe, you're exactly right. John Glenn absolutely was the Puritan that all the press made him out to be, right? And it's interesting because a lot of the other guys, and you see again in the film, the 80s film, you got a little glimpse of it, right? That the other guys in the program kind of resented Glenn a little bit because he was already a little famous. He was the oldest of the group, and he really was the Puritan, right? That the media made him out to be. This show, there's no bones about it, right? They like you get the sense that some of these guys actively despised John Glenn, you know, and you're just like, okay, guys, it's just a job, right? Like, whoo, they were mean. They're actually kind of like, you see these guys, they're kind of mean to Glenn a little bit, right? But it's interesting. Like, there's an episode early on, say about the 3rd episode of the show. They're in Florida. They're at the Cape, which isn't really much to look at that point. It's probably like 1959 or 60 or something like this. And he was Mutt, absolutely. And you know, they're all staying at this. When they get to Florida, they're shown this like ancient barracks that's a dump, and they're like, screw this. And so they all leave and they go to this motel, like this little drive-in motel over on Cocoa Beach or something, and that's where they all start staying for the entire duration that they're in Florida. And so most of the astronauts, with the exception of Glenn, will go out in the evening in the pool and entertain various young ladies and whoever else happens to show up. And Glenn is like bored, right? He doesn't socialize with these guys and whatnot. And he finally goes to a church session, right? He gets invited to a church that actually is holding its meetings in like a bowling alley or something. So he goes and he meets this girl, and they hit it off. They sit around, they drink for a while, they just chat. And eventually he drives her home and she like invites him in. And you can actually see there's this moment where you have no idea if this story happened, but he's actually like, do I give in to this, right? You know? It was interesting. He doesn't, of course, because John Glenn, but it's you know, they far more than the 80s film, they show you kind of the seedy underbelly of some of this, the pilot culture of the 50s and 60s. Yeah, Vladeshi, when I was a kid growing up, yes, the $1 Corvettes are in the episode. In the 2nd episode, I think. Maybe the 3rd. When I was growing up, Vladeshi, my grandfather was in aerospace medicine for many years. Actually, he retired before I was born. Let me back up. For the last third of his career, say the mid-1960s through 1975, my grandfather was a Master Chief Petty Officer, a corpsman in the Navy. He worked aerospace medicine in Pensacola. So he met a lot of these guys at various points in his career. They crossed through his facility on their way to the Cape for physicals or you know, after they had come back from orbit or whatever. And when I was a kid, probably, I'm going to guess, probably about 1984, maybe, something like this, I would go spend summers with him. And I one of the summers I was there, I went to church with him and had the chance to meet Jim Irwin. Jim Irwin was one of the first men to drive the lunar rover on Apollo 15. And I remember very clearly growing up, I had a picture of Jim Irwin sitting on the lunar rover, signed by Jim Irwin, in my room. And I have no idea where that picture is now. I couldn't find it if I you know, to save my life. But after Rusty Schweickart, Jim Irwin was one of the first of the Apollo astronauts to die. Schweickart, of course, died in about 1980 or so, when after he was elected to Congress, but did not survive to be sworn in. All right, their whole team is going to A. So let's just cut through the gap here and smoothly edge into the middle. You're probably wrong, Joe. I mean, I'm sorry. You're probably right, Joe. I feel like you're probably right. It's interesting. I think they're all gone now. I'm pretty confident that all of the original Mercury guys are gone. I know there are a few Apollos still around. few of that program. So it's, you may be right. I won't pretend that I know anymore. It's always been a portion of American history I've been fascinated with. Growing up because of the exposure with my grandfather. My father read all about it. We used to watch films like The Right Stuff growing up. So yeah, lots of great stories about that era. And you know, it's funny. You look back now. You look at the world we live in now. Look how a risk averse, right, the world we live in today is. Some of the crap that they pulled in Mercury, they would never get away with today, right? NASA would never tolerate that level of risk, just as an example. All right, 2 destroyers. Icarus is A, that means the T-22's in mid. I'm going to swing out here and cut north of this island. I know, Pancakes, I know. Well, in fairness, it hasn't even been 4 minutes yet. Here's the good news. He has no idea that I'm here. Okay, he's actually turning. So let's get out here where we can keep him lit and keep crushing him. Oh, did he smoke up? He did. He's probably already outside my hydro range, which makes me sad. But it does mean I can chase him a bit. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, this should help.
This Fuso looks like he's coming back to guard his buddy. This is a bit of a mistake. I'm being a little too aggressive here. But in fairness, it is intentional. Yep, look who I found. And now you're in trouble, sir. Now, I'm also in a little bit of trouble here, because I'm going to have a Texas and a Fuso shooting at me in just a moment. The good news for me is they can't hit anything, and I have 6 forward barrels. So if I can get a little help with this T-22, we can absolutely wipe this guy out. Yeah, we're going to get him here in a moment. Fire alone will kill him. Goodbye. Totes worth it. Hey, that was a first blood?
Hail
wow.
to the king, baby.
Wouldn't have called that.
Fucker.
Alright. That was a handy kill. Now we'll own the middle of the board. Now I just have to not get dead. Did not get dead by battleship. Let my detection come back down, which is not happening anytime soon, apparently. So screw it. Let's start shelling this Texas while I get some cover. Somebody got a fire on. Wasn't me, though. There's my fire. That's irritating. I was the one spotting the Texas. And yes, Karinsky, I use Duke as my XO. That's just how I play the game. Their team all went to A and has done nothing over there. Like, literally nothing. I don't understand what's going on.
should help. Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
There we go. Got some use out of my fighter. Wipe those rockets out. You're not wrong, McGib. Normally it is my team that craps itself, but not today. Really just need to get a fire on this dude. Oh, he's firing HE anyway. Now he doesn't frighten me very much anyhow then. That's gonna hurt a lot. No, he fell short. Sucks to be you. Remember, he's quicker than I thought he was. Got a little speed on him there. Alright, I need 98 main battery hits. I'm at 76. I just gotta keep shooting. There's the fire we wanted. I think this game's going to be over before I get to 98 hits. Well, no. Okay, they bought some time. Yeah, I need like 10 main battery hits. All right, I got 90 seconds. All right, I need to get back over here where I got eyes on this Normandy. Oh, Dread. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Honestly, you could have fun with even the old Sylvester Stallone Dread movie would be a fun voice mod. You could have a lot of fun with that. Damn it. 20 seconds. I'm not going to get my hits, am I? 15. I'm going to have to play another stinking game in this ship just to finish. I got to try it here. I got time for one salvo, maybe two. Nope. Bummer. All right. Yeah, is there an earlier me mod? That'd be a fun one. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, 11 main battery hits. Just go slam out a co-op game or something. I mean, it was not the most exciting game of boats ever played. They never owned a cap. The enemy team basically just ran around and just kind of did nothing. Oh well. It's win. Win's a win.